Coming up on today's episode of Airborne-NextGen, China adopts new rules for drones, Starlink moving 4,000 plus satellites to lower orbit, and NASA and SpaceX CRS-33 Dragon boost space station. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Welcome to the Aero-News Network's Airborne-NextGen program, a weekly news program covering the next generation of flight, from electric power to vertical lift, uncrewed vehicles, and everything in between. Let's get into today's stories. China adopts new rules for drones. China has adopted new rules for its Civil Aviation Law, bringing uncrewed aircraft such as drones under the national legal framework for the first time, according to reports. This is the first formal regulation of unmanned aircraft by China. These new rules, which could take effect July 1, 2026, may signal state support for the country's rapidly growing low-altitude economy. The new rules require all entities involved in the design, production, import, maintenance, and flight ops of drones to obtain airworthiness certification from the Civil Aviation Administration of China, unless specifically exempted. The law further strengthens GA safety by explicitly banning laser interference and electromagnetic disruptions, empowering aviation operators and authorities to act when safety capacities are strained, and clarifying liabilities, sanctions, and remedial measures. The overhaul is also tied to the Chinese government's drive to build a low-altitude economy, covering commercial activities below 9,840 feet, such as parcel deliveries and urban logistics. China's drone industry has expanded rapidly. Reuters reports drone logistics have become an important driver of China's low-altitude economy, with 2.7 million packages containing everything from hamburger lunches to life-saving medicine delivered throughout 2024, according to Transport Ministry data. After the break, Velocitor X1 opens its pre-order books.
For over 30 years, the massive Sport Plane Resource Guide has provided expert, credible information, evaluations, and critical analysis of all that the sport aviation world has to offer. The all-new digital Sport Plane Resource Guide is coming with extensive multimedia features that are constantly updated, an even more comprehensive online guide to all things sport aviation. Available soon. www.sportplane.com.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some shorter stories. Velocitor X1 opens its pre-order books. VeloX Aerospace has officially opened reservations for its Velocitor X1, a single-seat eVTOL aircraft certified under the FAA's new Mosaic Light Sport framework. There are nearly 40 early production slots for the initial 2027 run. The Velocitor X1 is aimed at personal point-to-point flight rather than luxury urban air taxi ops. It's also specifically designed to be approachable for non-traditional pilots. Cruise speed is listed at 70 miles per hour, with a control system that blends direct pilot input with automated stability, supposedly allowing hands-free hover via GPS-based position hold. NASA claps back at misleading Goddard Library headlines. Recent reports of NASA tossing decades of research materials into the trash have gotten a reality check in the form of multiple frustrated social media posts from Administrator Jared Isaacman. Initial triggers were sparked by the controversial closure of the iconic Goddard Space Flight Center library. It paused in-person services in December 2025. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman decided that clarifications were needed after the vast public response began leaning hard into the destruction concept. He clarified that NASA researchers will retain access to all necessary scientific resources, and that historically significant materials are being deliberately preserved. Textron gets contract from Nigerian security service for UAS. Textron Systems announced an award from ARCO Worldwide Services of Nigeria for the delivery of 3 Aerosonde Mark 4.7 VTOL unmanned aerial systems to be deployed by Tantita Security Services for advanced protection of Nigeria's critical oil and gas infrastructure. Tantita is a respected and capable provider of security solutions in Nigeria. The aircraft would be provided in a fully international traffic and arms regulations-free configuration, designed for the ease of export to international customers. Dallas police studying drone first responder program. Dallas police are looking at the possibility of a drone first responder program as part of the Mix to Cut police response time. Dallas Police Chief Daniel Como has said that meeting 911 response time goals is a major focus and that the city is working to launch the program. Drone setups like the one atop Arlington Police Headquarters are spreading through police departments nationwide. Arlington Police recently credited a drone first responder with helping to locate and arrest an armed suspect during a domestic violence call. That's it for our Next Gen Minute. Let's get back to the rest of the news. Starlink moving 4,000 plus satellites to lower orbit. A number of Starlink satellites will be lowered from 342 miles to about 298 miles, putting them in a portion of Earth's orbit with less space debris and fewer planned satellite constellations. VP of Starlink Engineering Michael Nicolls said the lowering of the satellite shell is being tightly coordinated with USSPACECOM, regulators, and other orbital operators to prevent traffic conflicts during the descent. In a recent paper, Nicolls wrote, quote, "Lowering the satellites results in condensing Starlink orbits and will increase space safety in several ways," end quote. Nicolls reported that the Starlink fleet currently exceeds 9,000 operational satellites with high reliability, citing only 2 dead satellites currently in orbit. The move to a lower shell ensures that in the event of the failure of a satellite support system, the spacecraft will clear the orbit rapidly, mitigating risks associated with uncoordinated maneuvers or debris generation. The company hopes to increase space safety by lowering the satellite's orbits. The move comes after Starlink said in December that one of its satellites experienced an anomaly in space, creating a small amount of debris and cutting off communication with the spacecraft at 418 kilometers in altitude, a rare kinetic accident in orbit for the satellite internet giant. After these messages, NASA and SpaceX CRS-33 Dragon boost space station.
Are you ready to ace your FAA drone pilot knowledge test, get your remote pilot certificate, and start earning money? Well, flying a drone is a great tool that can open up new business opportunities for anyone. Realtor, insurance adjuster, videographer, or commercial weekend drone warrior, you need to fly legally. Whether you're pursuing your initial Part 107 remote pilot certificate or you need a renewal, King Schools has a course just for you. So start learning today at kingschools.com.
Welcome back. NASA and SpaceX CRS-33 Dragon boost space station. The Draco thrusters of the SpaceX Dragon cargo spacecraft were seen firing during a demonstration of its ability to reboost the International Space Station's orbit. In the background, an atmospheric glow blankets Earth's horizon, with the city lights on Africa's east coast dotting the dark landscape. On December 29th, SpaceX's Dragon fired its thrusters for more than 19 minutes, boosting the International Space Station's orbit. The 2 Draco engines, which are located in the spacecraft's trunk and use an independent propellant system, increased the station's altitude by 1.6 miles at apogee, or highest point of station's orbit, and 1.9 miles at perigee, or low point of station's orbit, placing the station in an orbit of 263.5 by 257.8 miles. This Dragon spacecraft, which is supporting SpaceX's 33rd commercial resupply mission for NASA, arrived at the orbital complex on August 25th and previously performed 4 reboosts of the station on September 3rd, September 26th, October 14th, and November 7th. One additional reboost is planned in mid-January before Dragon returns to Earth with critical research and cargo and splashes down off the coast of California. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne. And don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.